Less than 9% of all YouTube channels have 1,000 subscribers or more. Less than 9%. Of that, less than 6% of all YouTube channels actually monetize, meaning they become part of the YouTube Partner Program. So you've got enough subscribers, but you never get enough watch hours to actually be part of the program. If you never made it, would you bother creating? I mean, think about it. You watch YouTube, I watch YouTube, everybody I see seems to be making it. But it's the small percentage of people that we're looking at. The vast majority of people don't make it on YouTube. Well, let's just face it, the vast majority of people in the world don't succeed. So this isn't anything different. But YouTube is optional. And if you never make it, would you bother? Would you bother creating? It's not like other fields, like if you're a singer, entertainer, you play professionally, you have aspirations to play sports professionally, like this is just something you do. YouTube is optional. Would you bother creating if you would never make it? It's something I had to ask myself. And to be honest, I never really got that far. I never thought about it. I mean, looking at these stats, it puts like a cold bucket of water on any aspirations I have on, quote unquote, blowing up. Despite the fact that I look at a bunch of creators that seem to have more than 1,000 subscribers, more than 100,000 subscribers. I think if I remember the statistic correctly, it was like less than, I think 32,000 people, 32,000 channels had more than 1 million subscribers. It was, like I said, I never thought about it. Maybe if I did, I would never have gotten started. I would still do it. It was more like, why climb Mount Everest? Because it's there. I mean, it was something for me to do. I knew that there were other reasons to create content besides getting monetized on YouTube. If you listen to anyone that creates any type of training on having YouTube channel, creating YouTube channel, they'll all talk about other ways to monetize besides being in the YouTube partner program. That's where, for those who don't know, that's where YouTube actually will share the ad revenue it receives based on your channel's views. There are options where you can have your own product, have your own service, and use YouTube as a megaphone for your services. And then even if you never get 1,000 subscribers, even if you never get the 4,000 watch hours or however many watch hours you need, you can still make money because you're now selling your product or service. But that's not why I really started doing this. I did it because, for me, it was an exercise to see if I could do it, to see if I could be consistent over a long period of time. I had already had some success in walking every day, but that was a personal feat. That was a personal accomplishment. That was something that I was doing, and I was the only one that could see what I was doing. I was the one getting the benefit. I was the only one that was experiencing the pluses and the positives of actually walking every day on a consistent basis. That was me, and to a lesser extent, my family. They were able to say, "Hey, look, you seem to be a happier person." Great. Enter YouTube. Here's an opportunity to do things in public, and everyone can watch you. Not that they will, because most people never make it, but it was more like, are you able to continue to produce content when no one's watching, when you're not getting any type of growth? I know that I'm okay with where I'm at in terms of subscribers, in terms of hours. I say hours. I think it's like 3 right now, but I'm just saying it's the very beginning But how will I feel if I'm at the same place 2 years from now after producing content consistently? I don't know. But I do know that for me, it was always about the exercise. For me, where I'm at right now, it was about building the muscle to create videos, to create content. And then just as a natural progression of creating videos is to get better at creating videos. And then maybe at some point, or hopefully the long-term goal is to be where people do want to watch what I have to say. They do want to watch me. But for right now, I'm humbly just toiling along in the background. And that's okay. But it is something to think about. I mean, I think we take it for granted that most people don't make it. Most people don't make it in the music business. Most people don't make it professionally in sports. It just doesn't happen. And we never talk about, or I mean, we don't want to talk about really like the potential successes, the people that didn't make it. It just doesn't make for an exciting story. I mean, we all want to hear the happy ending. I mean, that's the whole point. If you ever watched a movie and the main character dies, that movie doesn't really do so well. It never turns into this tremendous. I mean, there are exceptions, obviously, but you follow what I'm saying. But I mean, I'm like to say I'm in it for the long haul. I'm only as good as my next upload, and that's where I'm at. But if you're doing things with no audience required, building in the dark, proof over the public, then join me. Say that you're in. Leave it in the comments. If you're building a habit that you want to track, check out the habit tracker below. But just something to think about. Would you ever actually create if you never made it? Just something to think about. That's all I got. Bye.